What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
I will always have a complicated relationship with this game, but people evolve. So do sports. Do not make me regret this. Do not make me devolve back to that guy that so many clones wish that I still was. And do not embarrass the entire country. Now, I can go back. I can get there fast. Lose tonight, and you got a real problem. Do not blow it.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
You've been warned.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hour number 4, the 1 o'clock hour here on Three Man Front. Landrum, Conrad, Molly, and Pat. The question that was posed earlier with the SEC, corporate sponsorships potentially being up for grabs like they were in the Big 12 with Monster Energy and the Big 12 partnering. They're going to be a part of that jersey patch adorned by all Big 12 teams this college football season and throughout various other sports as well with the SEC. Will they go with the corporate patch league-wide? And who should that patch be? A lot of great suggestions coming in on the Jocks text line, 205-834-9450. Had some good phone calls. Buc-ee's is one of the more common responses we've gotten, Conrad, from our listeners. You've gotten a lot of Buc-ee's, a lot of Southern flair. We've had some regions. Mercedes, of course, that's been mentioned not only for Alabama, but the conference.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, Chick-fil-A, the usual suspects, the people that you would be first to come to mind. Walmart, that was one we had a long discussion on as well. And we talked about it, with the SEC, and this came because of the Big 12 and their Monster Energy deal that's $20 million a year. And we were talking, for the SEC, you brought up the number, but $75 million maybe is what you'd be looking at. And so you're going to have to go with one of these bigger brands. But it's the SEC. They're going to want somebody that's got some oomph behind them if they're going to put them on all the patches across the conference. And
I'm sure the SEC is probably particular about what brand that they link arms with.
Correct. Yes.
You've got to save face, and you certainly don't want to hook up with somebody that's going to leave you looking bad.
No, you do not.
Just ask the folks who built the Astros Stadium, Enron, remember?
That's right. Yes, that's a good point.
It can go bad at times.
It can go bad, that's right.
How about No-Toe Roofing? We'll put that on a jersey. We'll put it on the Roberts house. No-Toe Roofing, locally owned and operated. You're going to deal directly with the owners, Sammy and Matt No-Toe. I know these guys. You can trust them. Chris is another guy you can trust. He's their field superintendent. He's been doing it almost 3 decades. Free inspections to all of our Jocks listeners. They'll come out to your house. They'll walk the roof. I got on the roof with Chris, and he found some hail damage. And even to just my naked eye, I couldn't see it. I know a little bit about the roofing, but I don't know near what Chris knows, and he taught me a lot of things. Anyways, they'll work with your insurance company. We had hail damage. We got with the insurance company. They replaced the roof, replaced the decking, got new ridge vents. I'm already saving on energy costs, and I know that we don't have water coming through our attic, and that's a big deal to us. It should be a big deal to you. No-Toe Roofing, NOTO roofing.com or 205-848-2299. When Sammy answers the phone, tell him Landrum from Jock sent you.
So we told you earlier, we were talking a little bit about the Major League Baseball All-Star Game and how that's coming up next week there in Philadelphia. And we told you that Justin Verlander, he was going to be a legend pick by the commissioner. He hasn't played much this year because of injury, but in honor of his career and all of his achievements, the 43-year-old was elected a legend pick by the commissioner. Well, just a few moments ago, that same Justin Verlander, he went on social media and posted a letter thanking the fans and offering his support for the Detroit Tigers for the remainder of the season. But he has announced that this will be his final season in Major League Baseball, so he will be retiring at the end of the season. He started his career with the Detroit Tigers in 2005, so over
Justin, you're my
years.
age. It's time to hang it up.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about that. He's 43 years young. But he spent time with the Tigers, Astros, Mets, Astros again, the Giants, and now he's been back home with the Tigers for his final season there. But, yeah, some first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. Yep. One of the best pitchers of my lifetime, at least, no doubt about that. So some sad news for the game of baseball as he will be departing. But as you said, his time.
Yeah, it is. I've been talking a lot of college football, a lot of preseason, all the preseason mags, they're out. one in particular, Athlon. They have come up with their preseason college football projected field starting at number 12, Boise State, as your highest ranked group of 6.
No problem there.
Texas Tech comes in out of 11. They got them denoted as the Big 12 champ. I made it official today. I'm going Houston in the Big 12.
Brian made him sound really good.
I did not realize they had Mekhi Hughes until we started looking. It's harder to keep up with these guys. It's his third school. But I still had him at Oregon.
Yeah, no, I completely forgotten about that move as well. But, I mean, we all know how great of a coach Willie Fritz is and the great job that he did at Tulane and now at Houston. So
there's two of your 12.
Yeah.
You got Boise, you got Texas Tech. Number 10, LSU.
Okay.
Number 9, Texas A&M. Running it back, Mike Elko.
Okay.
Number 8, Oklahoma.
Wow, so we're going to get 5 SEC teams, I'm guessing? Mm-hmm. Okay.
7th, Miami is your ACC champ.
No problem.
Number 6, Oregon. No problem there.
Nope, easy pick.
Number 5, Indiana, copy and paste with that schedule.
That sounds right to me. Yeah, okay.
Should be fine. Number 4, Notre Dame. There's a lot of Notre Dame love out there.
Yeah, they're going to be really good this year.
Number 3, Texas.
Okay, so that means they're going to lose. Well.
Number 2, Georgia is your SEC champ.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
And then number 1, the Ohio State as your Big Ten champ.
I don't have a problem with any of that.
Now,
5 SEC teams, though. That'd be another good year for us.
They do have their next tier of college football playoff contenders.
Okay, so this is going to be your Alabamas and Ole Misses of the world.
Yeah, this is where you come into the fray.
Thank you.
Ole Miss.
Okay. Oh, we're still.
Michigan.
Okay.
USC.
Oh, still waiting.
Alabama.
Okay.
BYU. Washington. Penn State. Houston, Utah, Tennessee.
There's Houston.
SMU, Louisville, Iowa, Florida, and Clemson.
So this is just a top 25 at that point.
Yes.
Pretty much there.
I have no idea what that was.
I don't either. Okay. That I can't really push back. I think a lot of those are pretty safe bets. You're, gambling a little bit on Oklahoma and LSU maybe out of the SEC. That they're gonna, have good years. Texas A&M, I'm fine with that. I think they're good enough to be a playoff team again. The question is, are you going to be able to go and win a playoff game now that you've gotten there?
Is Texas Tech going to be the school that most people are pulling against the way that Joey McGuire has framed it?
Them and LSU.
I don't feel like he's helping his cause. And LSU and Lane Kiffin, they should thank Brendan Sorsby in this whole deal.
They should, and credit where credit's due. Lane Kiffin has, for the time being, kept his mouth shut, and I think taken a little bit of heat off of that. And maybe they recognize, hey, with this Texas Tech thing going on, let's let them be the villains of college football. We can take a back seat in that conversation for right now. But yeah, I think a lot of people they'll want a Houston or a BYU or someone else to come out of the Big 12. But Texas, they're still good. And according to them, right, if they knew their quarterback was healthy, they would never would have gotten Sorsby anyway. So they felt pretty good with the roster that they had, regardless of if Sorsby was there or not.
Big 12 powered by Monster Energy. What about the SEC? What should that jersey patch look like? A lot of your text, 205-834-9450. This one reads, the SEC needs to partner with Golden Flake for the jersey patches. Golden Flake, that's one that I associate with the SEC, and especially here in the state with the coaches' shows.
That's the one we said was bought by Utz, right?
Utz.
Yeah.
Utz purchased Golden Flake. So that would be up to the folks there at Utz. I don't know. Where's Utz?
I just remember when I was growing up, because I have family in Maryland, that's where I saw
Pennsylvania.
Utz. Pennsylvania. Yeah, okay. I thought it was more of a Northeastern thing. Utz is good. I like Utz.
Going back to the quarterback conversation in Alabama, Max says you got to have a backup. Milroe proves sometimes you have to have a plan B to bring out the best in your plan A. I like that.
It does not hurt to have two, but they also have the saying, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one.
Going back to Austin Mack being the only positive in that Rose Bowl loss to Indiana, Bama Hater says, positive in the Rose Bowl, ? Okay, he got a first down. I guess that's the new standard.
Did you watch that game? Yes, that was a positive. From that game, that was a positive, yes. And I know Bama Hater watched that game, and he loved it.
I concur.
Loved it.
I concur that was a positive.
Yes.
I told you, I ran
positive,
from the house, and I had the game on in the truck going to where I had to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And the Indiana announcers didn't know what to do with it. They were like, "What is this real?
Well,
we're in the Rose Bowl and we're playing Alabama and we're
this bad?
twiddling our thumbs with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Well, and I would equate it, because I know we made the comparison to the USA-Belgium game from earlier in the week of, that kind of felt like Alabama in the Rose Bowl. But now that I think about it, in the soccer game, right, you had that 61-second period where we made the free kick, we tied it, and you felt like we're back.
Yeah.
Just like in the Indiana game, when you had the first drive that Indiana had, and I think Alabama sacked Mendoza twice, and it was like the defense is like they were fired up. It's like, yes, okay, the physicality is going to be too much for Indiana. Here we go. It lasted about 61 seconds, and then after that you realize, oh no, this is going horribly wrong. So, better luck next year.
Well, not to talk about the other night, but even after the Tillman goal the other night, I still didn't feel good.
You still didn't feel good?
No, it's just first 10 minutes, body language. Body language is really big with me.
It was rough. It was during the headlights.
I probably pay too much attention to it, but
yeah.
Somebody's saying for the SEC corporate sponsorship, how about Starlink? That'd be a good one.
Starlink would be good, yeah.
Alexander Shinara, another vote for Shinara.
He's everywhere.
Rick says Conecuh sausage.
Okay, so is that that's not just an Alabama thing. That's a Southern thing, right?
No, that's a regional thing. It's
okay.
Conecuh County's down near Evergreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an Alabama thing. Now I think that they've...
But it's expanded past that. God,
regionally you can find it. I used to have a buddy, a couple of buddies that live out in Colorado still, and one of them would take dry ice and Conecuh sausage back with them flying back.
Really?
Yeah. It's a whole cooler full of.
Yeah, it's so good. So good.
Jimmy says, imagine back in the day if Bama put Moonwinks Motel on the seat of their pants.
Man, I used to drive by that place every time I came home from Tuscaloosa taking the back roads.
Did you ever think, like, man.
It's one of those places where you look at it and you're
does it have the quarter probably that vibrates the bed?
Yes. And you're like, if that building could talk, the stories and the things that
the building would blush?
Yes. The things that place has seen. Yeah.
I'm thinking old, thick, smoke stain, the smell of smoke in the curtains.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't take the black light in there.
No, you do not. No, you do not.
Somebody saying Sherwin-Williams.
That'd be
the SEC painted by Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah.
Or you could go Benjamin Moore.
I think what we figured out today is there's a lot of options.
There are. Danny throws out Hooters. I don't see that being one. Publix.
Well, that's what we were talking about. The grocery stores is like, because Publix is big here, obviously, and I'm sure in some other states.
But like Louisiana, Louisiana? You're going to have Rouse's. You're going to have those.
We talked about Food City, Kroger.
Chains.
There's other places that are. Yeah, I don't know.
Dollar General that got thrown out.
Yep.
Lockheed Martin's former CEO went to Alabama. We're told.
Okay, well there you go. Maybe that's one for Alabama. If they don't go for the whole conference, that would be one for Alabama. Maybe.
And Bartman, you missed at the very beginning. We took Waffle House off the board. Waffle House cannot be a sponsor.
Yeah, because a lot of people would have said that. We got some Cracker Barrels though.
Yeah, back in the day, I would have said Hardee's.
Yes.
Go to Hardee's and get a sack full of biscuits going down that game.
But now it'd have to be Hardee's and Carl's Jr. And everyone would be confused because that confuses me.
Steve from Tuscaloosa, yeah, SEC sponsor. Morgan & Morgan, a law firm, that would be good.
Yeah, it would. And you have built-in representation for the conference.
Marquis says an Aldi patch. All right, vote for Aldi.
Yeah, Aldi's getting big. Mm-hmm.
Bobby says Apple, and I agree. I just don't know.
Well, now that Tim Cook's stepping down, and even then,
well, he's still a part of it, though, right?
I don't know I know he's stepping down as CEO. Maybe he is still. I'm sure he'll still be around the building and stuff, but that'd be a big one. I mean, I brought up Amazon, right? Like, if you just want to go for one of the biggest fish out there, Amazon, Apple, Google, they got the money.
Yeah.
They've got the money. And who knows? Maybe it is because we're with Kansas, right? They have the crypto one. I don't know. Maybe there's some massive AI company out there that wants to pay just a gobble of money to be a sponsor. Maybe that's something that you consider?
I think one of those biomedical or one of those crypto things that we don't understand, there's a lot of money in that stuff.
Yeah. Like a ChatGPT sponsored the SEC or something.
Yeah, like a company that does the platelets spinning, like when Tiger was having his treatment for one of his injuries.
Yeah.
Way back when. Yeah, and several of these. Publix is a Florida company. Morgan based out of Florida. Somebody asking about Jax. That's more of an Alabama thing. Don't see Jax being the...
It's not big enough, probably.
No. Jason says if Ronnie Marchant Furniture wouldn't have gone out of business 23 times. Let's see. This one reads, if the Moonwinks Motel could talk, it would scream, call the police.
Yeah. That's a great one. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Justin throwing out Alabama Men's Clinic. Yep. We can come out with some.
There you go.
Pretty catchy.
I think I saw somebody on the text line that put in Andrews.
Andrews Sports Medicine.
Yeah. Because they do a lot of good for a lot of players in the conference.
I was thinking about Crumble just because of my wife and her affinity for it, but that's a BYU thing, so we'll let them have that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What's the other big one? Cookie Fix or Insomnia?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Great responses. Appreciate it on the text line. You can continue to fire in 205-834-9450. We still got questions from Pat. We'll try to answer. Pat ponders as well as some other college football news we need to pass along to you. 3-man front on a Wednesday. 119, 3-man front on a Wednesday. Landrum, Conrad, Molly, and Pat. Appreciate Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider, joining us in the first hour. Charlie Potter, Bama Online, and Nathan King of Auburn Undercover. All portions of the show, all of our guest interviews, you can find them there at jocksfm.com and the 3-man front podcast. Some college football news passed along. Jersey patches, that's been a big topic of conversation here in the last few days, last few weeks anyways. The Big 12 with their announcement, the Big 12 Media Day yesterday of the partnership with Monster Energy and that going there on the jersey patch. What would it be for the SEC? You got Kansas who's just announced a partnership. What is it, UNLV that also announced a partnership, I believe? Not a part of the Big 12, but you're getting more and more of these announcements. We had Wisconsin with Culver's last week.
Yeah, no, there's been a number of these, and the question is, when are some of the bigger dominoes in the SEC going to fall, right? Your Alabamas, Auburns, Georgia, Texas, Florida, etc. When are they going to make their announcements? And maybe it's something that they wait a year or two to do that, but it feels inevitable that some of the bigger names in college football will ultimately go down that path because the money will just be a little too good. Another story that we told you about at the end of last hour, you had the letter of inquiry sent to Cincinnati by the Big 12, dating back to the Brendan Sorsby situation, because there is, I guess, some belief that they were aware of the gambling situation with Brendan Sorsby while he was on campus and a member of the Cincinnati Athletic Department, the football program. So what does Cincinnati do? Well, they fire back and they go, yeah, but Texas Tech, they were tampering with Brendan Sorsby in the middle of the season last year. So nothing about the inquiry on the gambling stuff, but instead they decide to go the path of, hey, let's just take another shot at Texas Tech. And with 3 games left in the season, we were made aware that Texas Tech was already trying to steal our quarterback. So shame on them for that. By the way, forget about whether we did or did not know anything about Mr. Sorsby in the meantime.
Yeah, it's just point, deflect.
Absolutely.
It's not us. Don't blame us. Look at what all these other schools are doing, but they've got to be squarely in the sights of the NCAA.
Absolutely.
There are too many people that have come out, whether they've talked to the NCAA or talked to other folks who have asked, and they've not been on the record saying they absolutely knew that this was going on. It was brought to their attention back in August of 2025. He still played the season, had an outstanding season, and that prompted the $5 million he was being offered, reportedly $4 to $5 million. But he still got the lawsuit. Cincinnati wants their $1 million back from Brendan Sorsby. Meanwhile, he's still working out and trying to get his mental health and his addiction
See, I do wonder if the angle that you play, though, if you're Cincinnati, right, is, well, if we knew about this, why would we have been trying to keep him here, right? Because if you knew about it and you thought, maybe we've had a good run, but it's going to come out eventually, so let's let him go somewhere else, and then that'll be their problem, kind of, so to speak, to deal with. But I don't know. Maybe they just had it tight-lipped at Cincinnati. They had it under wraps, and they thought that, they could keep it rolling with him if he wanted to stay, but it's going to be an interesting situation. I find it hard, personally, my personal opinion, no evidence behind this, find it hard to believe that nobody there had any idea of this whatsoever.
And I find it hard to believe that this day and age with what's going on with the NCAA, everything seems to be getting overturned, that maybe they didn't put as much scrutiny on it as they once would have pre the era we're in right now. Yeah.
That's very possible.
Everybody's getting away with murder. Just okay.
And to Cincinnati and their attempt to kind of deflect the blame back on Texas Tech with the whole tampering thing. First off, we all know tampering's rampant in college athletics. Everybody does it. It's just part of the world now. Doesn't mean that it's right. It is what it is. I still would say in the grand scheme of things, I think what Cincinnati did, if they did this and they covered up the gambling allegations and they knew about this with Brendan Sorsby while he was the quarterback of their football program, that is way worse than Texas Tech calling your quarterback's agent in the middle of a season. Because they can both be wrong, but I think one of those definitely is going to get a little more scrutiny than the other, and it's not going to be what Texas Tech did in this situation.
That's right. Texas Tech, though, they do say that Will Hammond, their redshirt sophomore, would be their starting quarterback if he is healthy and able to play. Becoming more optimistic. See, they got quite the problem.
Yes. No, and that was one of the things we talked about earlier in the show. We talked about during this whole situation is, they had made it clear, well, hey, if Hammond was healthy, right, we wouldn't have ever gone after Brendan Sorsby in the first place. So you're back to square one. Once he gets healthy, let's say he misses a game or two, maybe that's the case. That's kind of the expectation still. Then you have to feel really good about your chances anyways, because this was the guy that you believed was going to lead your program, and you were going to be just fine without Brendan Sorsby or any other transfer portal quarterback. Texas Tech will be fine, but you brought it up earlier. Everyone's going to be rooting against you. How do you do that? And we heard from Joey McGuire, a clip from him in an interview he did yesterday where he's trying to use this as motivation for his team of, I guess, us against the world, which it is, but for the right reasons. So it's a little bit different than the narrative that some coaches spin.
Everybody hates us. Everybody's gunning for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. If I was Joey McGuire, I would do the same thing and just hope that it catches.
That's what you got to do.
Hope that they're buying the message that you're selling. Are you in need of a side hustle, by the way?
Sure.
You need a side hustle?
What you got?
ACC Supervisor of Officials, Al Riveron.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm saying that right. He announced that he's stepping down after 4 years in the role.
Oh, I don't want to do officiating.
No? They said a national search is underway.
That's great.
I think you'd be a great official.
Maybe FSU Dave. He knows the conference. Former tennis official.
No, am I headquartered in just one place?
That's a good point.
What am I doing?
Probably having to move around a lot.
I'm centrally located. I don't want to move.
Is that just not a job that you would want no part of in today's day and age?
It depends. What does it pay?
Yeah, it might be nice. I guess it is one of those jobs where you can pay to be wrong.
You're there to be a backseat official. You get to tell, in hindsight, all the things that they did wrong.
That's true.
And it's the ACC.
It's not as bad as being on the field, yeah.
I mean, how many calls in the ACC ultimately affect everybody else?
Maybe a couple in a Miami game here or there.
I mean, do we feel the ripple? Does anyone hear the tree fall?
Not really.
No. Pat's got questions. We try to answer those questions. Pat ponders on the way next. 131, 3-man front here on this Wednesday. Pat has questions. We try to answer those questions responsibly. This is a segment that we appropriately call Pat Ponders.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
He's on American Idol, right?
He was. He won it.
No, he did not win it.
No, he did. He finished the second.
He was like third. He got
third.
He's the biggest snub in American Idol history.
What about little Carrie? When did she win
Underwood?
it? Yeah.
She won it early on. Her and Kelly were.
I stopped
probably
paying
the
attention
best.
when we stopped the Birmingham run.
Yeah, Bice,
Yeah, Bo
Studdard,
Bice.
and Hicks.
Yeah, Ruben Studdard.
Yeah.
And, yep. After that, I lost track.
I'm with you. I did too. I do remember the Daughtry guy.
Yeah,
Man,
he's a good
group guy.
He was awesome. Yeah,
and
Chris.
the Bucky guy that sings the Lead on Paint, Lead on.
Oh,
the
yeah.
country guy.
Yep. I always took you as more of an Adam Lambert guy, but I guess not.
Mm-mm. Is that the makeup wearing? Yeah, no.
All right, question number 1. Charles Barkley told a radio station in Philadelphia that he declined the Kelsey Swift wedding invitation. Barkley said, "I don't go to weddings or funerals, but I did get an invite, and I politely declined because I thought it was going to be a crap show. I love Travis and Jason Kelsey, and I've only met Taylor one time, but yeah, I did get an invite, but I said that's just too much. I just want to hang out and play golf, and I don't want to dress up and do all that other stuff."
Man,
End of quote.
that's the most honest answer to a wedding invitation I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So, but here's the question in Pat Ponders. What do you think Charles meant by when he said it was going to be a crap show?
Just a circus, all of the celebrities, the paparazzi, I've got to have this, maybe. I mean, it is a woman's wedding day. We have to remember that, but also the people that were going to be there and then the venue and all of the other moving parts. I think that's what he meant by this is going to be a crap show.
And look, I love Taylor. I've been a Swiftie since I was a kid, but it's also Taylor Swift. The logistics involved just to even probably get inside the building, getting to New York, getting to Madison Square, the outfit that you're going to have to wear for a wedding of that caliber, I guess. Like, it's just, it's a lot going on. I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's a media circus, and Charles probably wanted to sit on the right, and there's more seats on the left there, and that was going to be difficult for him. And
You think she brought somebody in to do her hair and makeup? Because that's typically what women do.
Yeah.
Or did she use her typical stylist that she uses when she's on the road?
I bet she used her crew because they know what she likes.
But you're her crew. You're an invited guest to the wedding.
That's
Do
true.
you not say, hey,
Maybe you go
guys
do the makeup and then you go get ready for yourself and then you go sit down.
I don't know.
Maybe? I don't know.
Seems like a lot.
All right, question number 2. Lindy's Sports Magazine lists these 3 head coaches as having the hottest seats entering the 2026 season. Mike Norvell at Florida State, Luke Fickell at Wisconsin, and Mike Locksley at Maryland. How many of those 3 that I just mentioned do you think will be fired by the end of the season? It could be none, 1, 2, or 3. Again, the coaches, Mike Norvell, Florida State, Luke Fickell, Wisconsin, Mike Locksley at Maryland. How many of the 3 will not have a job at the end of the season?
2 of the 3. I think Norvell will be one of those that will be gone. I can't decide between Locksley and Fickell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Fickell is gone as well.
Okay.
yeah, Norvell, that ship has already sailed, I think. They're just waiting on the buyout to go down. So definitely Norvell. I would go Fickell too, because Wisconsin, I mean, they have pretty high expectations for that program, and I thought that was going to work out very well because he did a great job at Cincinnati, and I thought that was going to translate, and it just did not. So I think he's out too. The thing with Locksley, man, is he's got that quarterback who was really good as a freshman last year, and I just wonder for Maryland, right, if you go 7-5, like, are you firing Mike Locksley?
Locksley always has enough guys at certain positions where they can. Seems like he stays out of just enough hot water.
Yeah, that's my
with
thing.
their
Like,
fan base.
I feel like it could be like a 50-50 thing, and they decide to give him one more year, and yeah. So I'm with Landrum. I'll go Fickell and Norvell.
I agree.
Locksley's safe.
I think Fickell was the first one I would have to leave or to get fired. But between Locksley and Norvell, I'd also go Norvell.
Okay. Number 3, on this date back in 1960, communist dictator Fidel Castro kicked the Cincinnati Reds AAA farm team, the Havana Sugar Kings, off the island of Cuba. The team relocated to New Jersey as the Jersey City Jerseys. Thus, the name Sugar Kings disappeared from the annals of great nicknames in minor league baseball. What are some other minor league baseball team nicknames that you would put potentially in your top 3 all time?
Who's the Jumbo Shrimp? That one's good.
Is that Biloxi? No.
I'm trying to remember who that is. I mean, Trash Panda's like.
I was about to say Trash Pandas.
Yeah, I mean,
has gotta be on
that's
there.
a gimme.
Yeah.
Lug Nuts is good.
The Lansing Lugnuts.
Oh, I like the Chihuahuas. Isn't that a team?
Mm-hmm. It is.
That's good. Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Yep. That would be up there with Trash Pandas for me.
And you know what's so interesting is because the Jersey City jerseys that was the Havana Sugar Kings,
Yeah.
they moved from Jersey City to Jacksonville, Florida to become the Jacksonville Suns, which ultimately became the team that you just
The
mentioned.
Jumbo Shrimp. Interesting.
Yeah. How about
I
that?
did not know that.
I like the Rubber Ducks too.
Where are they from?
I think Akron.
How about the Fort Myers Mighty Muscles?
Okay.
Oh, you've got the Isotopes.
Albuquerque.
Yep.
Yes.
That one's good. I like that one. And I always liked it's not like super fun or anything. I always like Nashville Sounds. It just fits with the city. And I grew up going to a lot of Nashville Sounds games with my dad, so I guess I'm nostalgia.
Crawdads
But I
is
like
good.
that one. Who's the Crawdads?
Hickory.
The Hickory Crawdads.
Biscuits is a great name for our friends in Montgomery.
Biscuits is great.
Biscuits is good. Yep.
There's the Flying Squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the Hartford Yard Goats.
I like that.
That's a great one.
That's a good. I don't know if I've heard of that one.
No, it's the Yard Goats.
I think they're an independent team.
That's a good one. Wait, so Akron's is the Rubber Ducks?
Yeah, that's the one she just mentioned.
So the Yard Goats, they're the double A for the Rockies.
Oh. It used to be an independent.
The Hub City Spartan Burgers?
How about this one? Binghamton, the Rumble Ponies.
That's awesome.
The Amarillo Sod Poodles?
The single A for the White Sox, they're the Kannapolis Cannonballers. That's awesome
That's a
too.
good one. That's really good.
Yeah, Chip Carey's one of his sons. He has twins, and one of his sons for years called the Sod Poodles games in Amarillo.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sod Poodles.
I just like they let them have fun with it. What is
It's a yard dog.
a
sod poodle.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, next question. Which of the following have you been witness to, and which is the most annoying when it comes to phone etiquette? Texting while in church, taking a FaceTime call in a waiting room, or on a speakerphone in a public restroom?
Speakerphone
Yeah.
in the public restroom. A guy was taking a deuce.
And he was on
literally
a speakerphone?
on his phone, and I could hear the other. Yeah, he had it on speaker.
That's awful.
Yeah, I mean, out of all of those,
This was yesterday.
this was,
And it was down the hallway. It was here at work.
No, it was not down the hallway.
speakerphone in the bathroom is really bad. See, FaceTime in a waiting room, especially like if you're given the circumstances, but like let's say you're going to an appointment for something that's very unfortunate and you're like kind of nervous and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. And somebody's over there just yapping on FaceTime. I don't want any part of that. I would add to that list though, either because this is the one I encounter the most, either speakerphone or FaceTime in the line at the grocery store. That one drives me insane. Insane. Like while they're checking out, I'm like, it's so rude to the cashier. It's so rude to the people in line around you. That one drives me nuts.
I think it's the bathroom one. That would drive me insane.
The speaker one?
Yeah.
It would bother me if I'm the other person on the other end of that bathroom and I know that you're taking a
Right.
while we're talking. I don't think I could maintain my concentration.
So you've never had a phone call with somebody while you were...
Yes, I have.
Okay. I was
But
about to
they
say.
didn't know it.
No, but okay. Yeah. I was supposed to say it's exhilarating.
Well, sometimes you got to take the call.
Did you say it's exhilarating?
You said it's exhilarating.
Well, you just know there's something on the line there because, like, if something, because you're trying to hide it. Like you said, you don't want to give up the secret, but like sometimes you just got, you got to do it.
You got to time it.
Yeah. Mute.
Oh.
There it is. That's our guy.
We've all been there before, right?
We have.
Maybe not Molly, but
No.
I don't want to rope you into that.
Please don't.
No, but yesterday with the guy on the phone in the crapper, and I'm at the urinal. I'll be honest with you, it threw me off. I was in there longer than I should have been.
Oh, like you started to get interested in the conversation?
No, I wasn't interested. I couldn't go. I got
stopped
stage
in
fright.
midstream. He was like, what?
But to what you just said, I do wonder how that conversation ended.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, my wife, the texting in church, like I will bring the phone in, but it will obviously be in my pocket. And man,
I've never seen anybody texting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody. I know I've heard
before the service. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you might be in your
before the service. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not talking about like we're not in the middle of the preacher's service. I mean,
now there was one Sunday here recently where I had to take the phone in and monitor because we had breaking news that was happening.
See, I feel bad because I don't know if y'all do this ever, but sometimes I just use the Bible on my phone.
Yeah, that's what I use.
And I feel bad sitting in church because I'm like, I know people are looking at me like, what is he doing over there? I'm like,
No,
I'm just looking at my
there's
Bible.
a lot of people
I
in our
swear.
church that use the Bible on their phones.
Okay.
And
I always
they'll
feel
say,
bad about
pull out
that.
your phones, your Bible.
Like, I promise I'm not texting. I'm just looking.
No, but you'll occasionally get the person that forgets to turn the ringer off or the notification.
Yeah.
Which can be very distracting as well.
All right, final question of the day comes courtesy of BB. She writes, artificial intelligence seems to be everywhere these days, but just how much should we trust it? Researchers recently invented a fake disease called boxemia, complete with made-up symptoms like fatigue, sore muscles, and itchy eyes, to see if AI chatbots would recognize it as bogus. Instead, many of the chatbots treated it like a real medical condition and even suggested people to seek treatment. Her question is, how often do you use AI chatbots? What kinds of questions or tasks do you rely on for them? And no matter how helpful they seem, do you still keep a healthy dose of skepticism about the answers you get?
Yeah, double check it for sure. If it's just a quick question, I don't use them that often, but occasionally, believe it or not, when I'm working in the yard, sometimes I'll use just to get a quick answer. It's really in the weeds, but yes, I will use it, but I don't totally rely on. I'm always a little bit skeptical. I never just trust that. Like, that's my answer. I'm not going to double check.
Yeah, I'm very skeptical, and I've had, because there's a lot of like service providers and things like that will use those online as like a way if you have a quick question or you're trying to get something solved, and those can be frustrating. I will say though, when I canceled my television provider, they had an AI chatbot that did it. It was flawless. Like super easy, took 5 minutes.
Where was this?
And it was DirecTV.
Okay.
I had no problems whatsoever. I was this seems kind of weird, but it was incredibly easy, very intuitive. And I was like, okay, now this, like, I can get used to this, but I have had a lot of bad situations in the past with that.
Yeah. Anytime I've had to use it for something, I always double check because sometimes it'll like spit something out at you. And I'm like, I don't know if that's correct. So like always double check my sources on Google. But see, I don't like the chat bots. I'd rather like speak to a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing as when you call somewhere and you get the,
Oh, that is the worst.
I was about to say, I was trying to pay one of my bills on the phone and it just wouldn't go through. Like it didn't register that the number was right. And then I called them. They said, yeah, your information's right. And they processed it for me. But I was like, then why did the automated robot person not do it? And they said, I don't know. Like, cool. Well, nice to talk to a person. That
is today's Pat Ponders here on Three Man Front.
Coming up next, we see good, we see bad. We've seen something bad, the worst thing that I've seen. We'll do it. Three Man Front on Jocks. On the text line, Jocks text line, pastor text in. And he says, as a pastor, I can promise you it happens. No way all those people are on their Bible app in the middle of the sermon. We can see you. LOL. That's good. We see good, we see bad. I've seen something bad. This is the worst thing that I've seen.
This is the worst thing I've seen.
Been in quarantine and like I need to get out and party. Woo! What's better than beach? has definitely made their visitability and made people chill out and not be as crazy. The cops are doing their job as long as they don't be mean to people who are actually being innocent. Then I'm all gravy, baby.
All right, so listen closely to what happened here. A conductor at Tennessee's famed inclined railway was fired. You ask why. Jack Peterson, the now fired operator at the 131-year-old attraction Up to Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, wished his American passengers a happy Independence Day on July 4th before welcoming the foreigners to the rail system. Goes over the intercom and he says, quote, "To the very, very few Americans in here, happy Independence Day. To the rest of you, welcome to the greatest country on the face of the planet. And if you disagree, you can leave."
Pretty accurate statement.
Riders, however, took offense at the patriotic welcome, with one man even demanding that the conductor shut up as the train descended one of the world's steepest railways. Passenger Nathan Scherer, who was on vacation with his family, posted the clip on social media with hashtags racism and xenophobia, where it's been viewed over 530,000 times.
I mean, he was welcoming them to the country.
Charles Scherer said, quote, "It just really upset me the whole time riding down. And I kept thinking the company needs to know about this because he was the only one representing the company and I had the feeling they just don't know he's saying this." Now, others have come to the operator's defense, and Peterson, for his part, defended his actions, saying that he did not intend for his message to be taken negatively. He said, quote, "I'm very patriotic. It was USA's Independence Day. I was celebrating with my fellow Americans, native or non-native. I truly believe we are the greatest country on earth. My statement about if you don't like the country and you don't believe we're the best, then you can leave, is the freedom of the USA and many other countries do not have. Freedom of the USA that many countries do not have." I don't think he should have been fired for this.
No, I don't think that, but you get fired for much less nowadays, unfortunately.
I know. So anyways, that is the worst thing I've seen. Hopefully somebody hires him.
Yeah, that is, I'm sure somebody will come in and he will find himself landing on his feet one way or another. Well, I have another one that I can share here quickly. This one is for the Mollies of the world, the Swifties out there.
Okay.
So we spent some time talking because Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, they got married at MSG over the weekend. Well, how about this story where an enterprising New York City artist has tried to capitalize on the wedding festivities by selling small plastic cubes filled with leftover garbage from Taylor Swift fans outside the arena that wanted to get a glimpse of the happy couple after their marriage. So for $25, Justin Gignac has gathered, let's see, here we go. He has gathered items including cigarette butts, leftover straws, and even one discarded ovulation test that you can currently purchase in these cute little cubes. They say New York City garbage, just married, and they have the date of the wedding printed on them for $25. So if you are a big Taylor Swift fan, and he is, you can see it on TikTok, where I guess he has gone and posted some of the videos of him putting together these ensembles. But according to the artist, he says he sold over 1,300 of the plastic cubes already to 30 countries across the world. He's selling them for $25 with a $10 shipping fee on top of that. So if we just do some very quick math here, he sold over 1,300 of these for $25 a pop.
How much do you think he has invested? Because
That's
he had to
$32,000.
He had to get printed. He had to get all these little plastic cubes ordered, but he goes with a bulk order.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but okay, so he's made over $30,000 from this. So let's say he put a couple grand into the packaging, bought them in bulk. Probably weren't too expensive to have those made.
Do I get a certificate of authenticity
making a little profit
with the straw?
Well, I don't know if it has a certificate of authenticity, but according to somebody, or this is according to the online listing, it says each sculpture is carefully arranged and sealed so that it won't leak or smell, and it is signed by the artist at the bottom. So there you go, $35. You can have leftover garbage from
And it's signed by who?
the wedding, the artist, the guy that collected
guy
the
that
trash
did it.
and put it in the cube.
Like, if you know people are going to buy it, and apparently people are buying it, make them in. That's going to do it for us today. Appreciate all of your participation. Brian Edwards, Charlie Potter, Nathan King, and of course you. Any portion of the show that you missed, you can always find it there at the 3-Man Front Podcast at JocksFM.com. For all of us, Conrad, Molly, Pat, Landrum, to all of you, have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Always remember, God is great. We'll see you tomorrow.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
I will always have a complicated relationship with this game, but people evolve. So do sports. Do not make me regret this. Do not make me devolve back to that guy that so many clones wish that I still was. And do not embarrass the entire country. Now, I can go back. I can get there fast. Lose tonight, and you got a real problem. Do not blow it.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
You've been warned.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
Jeff Jarrett, great to see you. In this business, the story behind the scenes, so much more entertaining than what you see on camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Mr. Heyman, you are a master at the little things. That's how you turn good into great.
What does it take to achieve greatness? Whatever it takes, I'm willing to do.
That's an Emmy-winning performance.
How about it?
Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.